Hello, I'm Henry Little, Chief Executive of Opera Rara, and as part of our 2024 Big Give fundraising campaign that supports Opera Rara's work with young emerging singers, I'm speaking with many of the artists who have featured or will feature in one of our studio opera recording projects. And today I'm really delighted to be joined by the tenor Josh Lovell, who's calling us today from Western Canada. Josh comes from the Ryan Opera Center at the Lyric Opera of Chicago and has recently finished a period as a member of the Wiener Staatsoper Ensemble. He made his opera rara debut in 2022, singing in Offenbach's La Princesse de Trébizonde, which was released late last year. La Princesse de Trébizonde won an OPA award early this year, and Josh recently joined the team in Berlin to accept the Opus Classic Award for Best Opera Recording of the Year. Josh, it's a real pleasure to have you with us today. Let me start by asking you what makes Opera Rara unique and special to you.
Well, I think I have to agree with probably what a lot of people would say about what makes opera rara unique, in that the discovery and recording of new pieces, that is something that is completely vital and has revolutionized and changed the art form. I mean, it's funny. I go to Pesaro this summer to sing L'Italiana in Algeri, and it just makes me think, like right now, as you ask this question, the amount of Rossini operas that Opera Rara has recorded and brought forward that are now in the repertoire because of this amazing company. If Opera Rara wasn't doing it, would they be there? So that's what makes it unique, that I'm sure many people would agree with. But what makes it really special to me was having been there for the recording of Princesse de Trépizonde and just being in the midst of that creative process, being behind the scenes, because I've listened to so many amazing singers and artists throughout the years on these recordings, having dreamt of being a part of the label and then being there. So it's just, I know that's a long answer, but I can't just rough it down any less than that.
No, it's a great answer, and thank you for such generous and kind words. You're making many important role debuts and house debuts across the globe. Tell us a little bit about how the experience of recording with Opera Rara, how that influences your career as it starts to really take off in the really exciting way that it is.
Well, looking back, I remember, I mean, that was the first album that I ever recorded. I've now recorded a second album, and it was instrumental being there with you to then prepare me for this next album that I recorded. One of the amazing things was just we didn't have that much time to prepare it. And so you had to really be so immersed in the piece and with one's technique to be able to answer the call for what was needed. Oh, we need more of a color here. Oh, can we get more of a character change here? Oh, this isn't clear. And one has to do that on the stage as well, but this was just such a faster period because with recording, you just have that much time. There really isn't that much time. And so being able that it just gave me the opportunity to really learn, grow, and say, oh, okay, this is what they're asking. That's how I go about it. And then when I was recording the next album that I was doing, it was again similar situation, not much time. So then I was able to take that stakes, what I learned, and bring it forward. And now I've been able to do that on the stage as well, whether I'm in Munich or whether I was in Vienna or whether in Milano. You never know who you're going to work with, and you never know exactly what they're wanting. All you can do is prepare a piece as best as possible, and recording really just it forces you to be quick on your feet and dynamic in order to be collaborative.
You talked just a little bit in just now about being part of the team, being part of the kind of backstage community was
Yeah.
recording is being made.
Well, the one thing that I noticed right from the very beginning was just how warm and welcoming it was. Like I remember how every day we had drinks and we had snacks and we had people who were, whether it was Laura Lee or anybody else who was just answering questions, and they were just available at every single step of the way. that isn't always present. It doesn't like, I mean, how do I say this? That isn't always there. You don't have that really like family feel. And I know it sounds cliche to say that, but it really did feel like that. And the one thing I also liked was that it not everyone was just coming in and then leaving right away after they recorded their piece. People were staying, people were sitting in the booth, people were listening, being supportive, chatting, hanging out. So again, right from the get-go, from the rehearsals all the way through. We even took the photo together. And like just it's every single step along the way brings everybody together.
So, Josh, what does it mean to be part of Opera Rara's artistic family?
It means it means so much to me. It means being a part of a legacy of fantastic and magnificent artists who have a tradition of bringing forward repertoire that hasn't been done before, as I was mentioning before. In particular, with my voice type, there are so many fantastic tenors who have been in the opera rara family before me. Tenors like Michael Spires, Rene Barbera, Lawrence Brownlee, Chris Merritt, Kenneth Tarver, Ramon Vargas, uh, Bruce Ford, tenors that I look up to, and they are mentors or idols of mine, some of whom I've been able to work with directly. And to be a part of the family now, to be in that list, I think there's very little, there are very few milestones in my career that I would consider to be greater than that. That to me is extremely special. And when I look at the album that we created and I look at what the tradition that opera rara is, it just fills me with such joy and contentment. That's what it means to be a part of the opera rara family.
Do you have a particular special memory? Is there something that still stands out for you about La Princesse de Trebizond?
Taking that photo, the group photo, was really special because we were all in the trenches. We were working very quickly, but very detail oriented. And then we were all in the house together and we were just, we're having our snacks. Everything was very relaxed. But then that moment, that was a really nice moment. It reminded me of some of my, like some productions that I've done where that is something that other opera houses have done, where they take a group photo after a premiere. And I just think it's little things like that that solidify that. But I mean, the recording was unbelievable. I think the first day hearing the orchestra that was just awesome. It really brought the piece to life for me.
Wow, that's very exciting. Tell us about what you're doing currently, and where can we expect to hear you sing next?
Yeah, well, at the moment, as you said, I'm in Western Canada. I'm in my hometown in Victoria, British Columbia, Canada, with my dog, Oscar. Well, he just kind of fell over there. That's Oscar. So he travels with me everywhere. And he sings a little bit too when I'm practicing. But so we're in Canada now, as I'm going to be performing with the symphony in my hometown. I'm going to be singing some Finzi and some Strauss. And then the next time where I'll be a little bit closer to the UK, I go back off to Frankfurt in December to sing Handel's Rodelinda at Oper Frankfurt. And that's in rehearsals start in mid-December, but performances are throughout the month of January.
Fantastic. Well, Josh, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today. It's a pleasure to reconnect with you. I would encourage all of you watching to visit Josh's website to learn more about him and where you can hear him sing. That's at www.joshlovelltenor.com. I want to encourage all of you watching to support Opera Rara's 2024 Big Give campaign, championing emerging artists. And you can do that by donating today. You can find out more at opera-rara.com/big-give-2024. And we've included that link in the description below. But for now, thank you for watching, and especially thank you for supporting the recording debuts of so many incredible young emerging artists like Josh Lovell.
Thank you for supporting Opera Rara.